Um, a whole bunch of first episodes dropped, I guess, this month. The new season of Fire has finally begun. We got Yashahime, the Inuyasha sequel, Burn the Witch, Jujutsu Kaisen, God of High School just ended, and a whole bunch of other anime. So we could just toss out our impressions for the ones we might have watched or might not have watched. I can kick it off with last night I watched Burn the Witch, caught up to all three episodes. All I can say is obviously he's not going to replace Bleach, but Taite Kubo does what he does best, which is being able to create interesting power systems. I'm not going to say complex, but I will say interesting. Because I think that it was the shit with the witches was pretty cool. The dragon aspect of it was very interesting. The first episode was very dry. I couldn't even read the. I tried reading the limited series, but it was so dry. It was hard to get through. The anime definitely helped me catch up or want to catch up. The action was dope. You can see they really put some budget in there. I liked it, but once again, I'm coming in with my heart protected because I read Bleach, watched Bleach. So I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of hype on it, but I will say if you just go in watching it for the action, I think you will enjoy those first three episodes. Um, next, I did watch first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. I thought that was dope as well. I definitely see them going some interesting places with the animation and action. It looks like I don't know about you guys, but this winter season looks like they just kind of leveled up the touch of the animation just a little bit. I don't know if
Yeah,
some new
production.
technology just got rolled out, but in both of those two series, I was definitely seeing like a strong animation touch up. Like it looked beautiful. I enjoyed watching both of those just off the beauty, not even paying attention to the content. So definitely think those started off strong. Those are mine.
Pretty much I watched like the first episodes of All As You, minus I've only got through the first episode of Burn the Witch at the moment. Um, Yashahime, I will definitely give them big ups. I was surprised by how they did it, but looking back at it, it was actually really smart as far as making an Ep 1 kind of like an Inuyasha recap for the end of the series. At first, I was like, really? Like, is this really
Is it really?
necessary? But at the same time, if you think about, like all the hype, like Inuyasha's on, and like the reason the show started, it was probably like a really good idea to do so. Because as far as like the reviews, everybody's like loving just seeing Inuyasha and Kagome again, etc. So I was
Wow.
just like, damn,
Did
okay,
they
I guess
leave it
just
off with the? Did they leave it off with "We ain't find that nigga" or?
as far as Naraku, no. I mean, like
Yeah.
it was like this episode was literally just supposed to hit your nostalgia to pretty much get you going and hype for the rest of the show slash Ep 2. And like, I guess kind of like give the basic intros as far as to like who all the kids are and who are the parents, at least for some characters.
Wow. So
Uh,
how is the Inuyasha Kagome like? I guess they were kind of adults, but like I guess parental aesthetics. Is that good to see? Did Inuyasha look
Well, I
more
mean, like
powerful?
technically they didn't get into that yet. All we were
Oh,
really
okay.
introduced to is the daughter, but they didn't really show the parent aspect of Inuyasha and Kagome specifically. It was
Got it.
more Miroko, and Sango that we really got to get that highlight. But it's pretty
Mm.
much like that second to last step, I guess, that you would kind of see right before the whole, series is over, quote unquote, scene. All the children are with all the parents, how they're interacting. It's pretty
Got it.
much like the episode right before that episode is what episode 1 of Yasahime was. But I
Okay.
mean, the mere fact of like seeing the old characters again, I mean, like from what I was seeing and reading from the anime community, like people are hyped, just from seeing them again. And I will say one thing which reminded me, I guess I didn't like finish every single episode of the Inuyasha series, but the move he used with Saiga at the end of that episode was redonkulous. Did you watch this first up, right? Like, did you know
I
that
didn't
he
watch
had
it
that
yet.
ability?
I did not watch it yet, so I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Oh, snap. I mean, like you'll know what I'm talking about. But homie
Okay.
uses a move that was just like the scale of the move is like it shouldn't even be in Inuyasha. Like it's way too OP. Like I didn't
Mm.
even know like Tech Tiger could do that. It's kind of redonkulous. But anyways, well, I guess we'll talk about that later if we do any
Well,
future.
we all know Inuyasha was trash with the damn sword, anyways, low key.
I mean, like that's the thing though. Like that's kind of what I thought, but at the same time, this move alone is good enough where you don't need nothing else.
So
Like it's that
Inuyasha
OP
used
of a
this, or
move.
someone else used this?
Wait, say again?
Inuyasha used this move, or someone else did?
No, Inuyasha used this move with
Oh,
Tetsuya, almost like it was the final move of the series of Inuyasha. But I don't remember even hearing anything like this. So
yeah.
I'm not sure if it was just not necessarily a teaser, but just to be like, you know what, let's just give this mother effer a dope move just to do it.
He did get
But
kind of
I mean, like, bro, like, once you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's like honestly ridiculous. It was way too easy to use and the effects are like pretty much one hit kill no matter who you are. And then
Yeah.
that's like with Naraku with that too. Just gonna throw that in.
Inuyasha did get kind of
It's
busted towards the end.
Sagan.
I said Inuyasha did get kind of busted towards the end.
I mean, I guess so. I must have like either one not seen it or just like forgot. But like this move, like it opened my eyes. Like holy crap. But anyways, like the actual animation and production of the series does look decent. Again, I mean, like I kind of mentioned before, I do like the three women leads. You know, they're all daughters of the main characters, and it will be interesting to see how they progress through the series. So, I mean, I'm still hyped for it. A decent episode one. Still, in my opinion, a little bit more recap than what was necessary, but it did hit the nostalgia pretty good. So, oh well. As far as Burn the Witch goes, I did not read it, but from Ep 1, like MGG said, the production of the animation looks mighty legit. And I definitely see what he's talking about as far as the power structure go. Like their main weapon, I guess you could say, was definitely very interesting and kind of like I guess I'll call it simplistic. I won't necessarily call it goofy, but it was definitely interesting to see that's like almost like a stereotypical like laser that you would see in like a 80s space movie kind of thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's definitely an interesting
But
touch to put on like a common weapon these days. But
yeah, when I was talking about the powers, though, I was referring more to you probably haven't seen it yet because it's just like the first few episodes. But there's a at the end of the first episode, they introduce all those like I will just call them
the
captain.
round table, yeah.
Yeah, but those guys, basically what it seems like from the way the story's being told is the two girls are basically like I guess what you would call like the lowest rung. If we just to equivalent it to Bleach, they're like Soul Reapers that haven't even found a squad yet. So they
Okay.
have to apply to a squad, and one of those motherfuckers, like all of those captains, run a squad, and basically those captain heads add another layer to the power structure, which I'll just avoid
Ah,
spoiling because you're gonna watch it in the third episode.
okay.
But that part is like, oh shit, I didn't know that. And then it seems like there's also different ways that they cast their magic. So it seems like the gun thing might just be associated to either weaker mages or just those two people. Because one of the captains has like he casts his magic with like spray bottles. He like pulls out a spray can and like writes out an incantation and summons shit. So it seems like there's also variations in the types of magic people specialize in, which I mean I appreciate because I feel like he might be picking up the slack of what he left in
Bleach.
Bleach with the whole magic user corpse and all this other stuff. He opened that whole box of can of worms and never,
I see.
went but yeah,
Okay.
I
That's
was,
decent. I mean, especially considering this is the only like the tip of the iceberg, then yeah, it's only going to get better from here. Then I would imagine. So I'm still like I'm pretty much vested now in Burn the Witch too. Jujutsu Kaisen, as I already like predicted, with if y'all been keeping up with us for the manga chapter reviews, episode one did not disappoint. It kept the hype going as I knew it was going to happen. The animation is good, kind of like that darkness that it was that the Jujutsu Kaisen touch on certain topics as well. So I'm glad that influence is there. And then also just from the clips and trailers I've seen for like the rest of the season, the fight scenes are going to be dope.
yeah.
So like definitely a good F1 start. Got a high school. It
Oh wait,
was
real quick on
oh,
Jujutsu Kaisen, I forgot to call this out. But one other thing I want to call out is for the first time in a while, I seen an opening that doesn't spoil shit. Jujutsu Kaisen's opening, it introduced a lot of, it'll show you a lot of characters, but for the first time in a while, it doesn't fucking spoil hella shit like Black
mm,
Clover openings too, or all these other stuff. I felt like I was like, oh, these are all characters that you gonna see. But from watching the opening, I wasn't like, oh damn, they showed you that person. You know what I'm saying? They
Black Clover
spoiler free,
tell you
which
the
I
whole
gotta
show.
clap for them on that, huh?
I said Black Clover tell you the whole damn show.
That's a fact. I'd be like, they not even know this nigga exists yet, bro. They
It'd
probably
be
already
like,
know Doc exists, don't they?
right, bro? It'd be like at the beginning, like season one, like they showing fucking Zagrid and Lumiere and shit. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, yeah, they don't give a fuck.
At all.
Yeah. I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like remember it. I was just thinking about the actual episode itself. But okay, that's legit. Just another plus for it. The last, I guess, new show I would just hit on would be the third season of Donmachi. Should you pick up chicks in a dungeon? And like first episode with that is definitely interesting too. So I just restarted the whole series, and I mean, it's decent. Long story short, and like for like the action, even like the story, it goes pretty hardcore in the harem aspect. I mean, that's no lie. That's no lie. But they do it decently well. I got some thoughts about the second season that I'm got to get into right now. But I mean, like overall, and like for the start of third season, I would definitely say, peep that if you're looking for some decent action shonen right now.
So I just picked up that show and been watching it close to finish already. I slept on it. It's fire, but at the same time, it worries me that is not. It doesn't have any more hype than what it has, and that got me thinking that maybe solo leveling might not come out clutch because it's really slow solo leveling with a harem.
Yeah, yeah, give or take.
Is it? Okay. I might watch it then.
So I'm just like, it should have hype, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where people head at because ain't nobody talking about it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't really been searching for the anime community regarding this show specifically, but I do know like a decent amount of people do like it. I mean, and then plus for it to have like three seasons. Oh, I mean, like for it to start the third season. I mean, I feel like it's got to have natural hype based on that fact alone. I would think.
Hmm.
But no, I definitely feel you there. I mean, like it definitely has a solo leveling aspect. I wouldn't say it's as dark as solo
For sure.
leveling slash like as independent because like homie's literally pretty much by himself compared to like the harem aspect of the show. But I mean, that could push the show like low key, like the harem aspect can push the show by itself. And again, not gonna hardcore touch on the second season, but if you already in the second season, you know that's gonna get some other levels right there. I mean, come on. So
Yeah. I think. Oh, sorry. Did you have any other comments you wanted to add to it? Player five.
No, I'm good.
Deuce, anything new you've been watching you wanted to add, or are you good?